There is a war happening in Israel right now between, apparently, according to the report, the Palestine attacked Israel over the weekend, I guess, and people being killed, kidnapped, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, and then I remember seeing big rallies in Israel at one time, recently, protests about something dumb. Just think about that. Human beings are at war, killing human beings. And all they're doing it for, only thing war is ever about is money and power. It's not about the people. It's about money and power. They have no love. Human beings are killing one another, and now other human beings are going to have to take sides. Some are going to take the side of Israel, and some are going to take the side of Palestine. And they don't really know what's going on from the top, because it's the folks at the top that have you in war. And then you find out years later the war was fake. We should have never been in war. And that's the same thing happening in your world. You're at war with yourself, and you're at war with everybody else. It's no different. It's the same war because it's the same spirit. It's the same spirit. I asked a question for my staff this morning. Some people are saying over in Israel, they should save the women and children, put them aside somewhere, and wipe out everybody else. And I wonder, why do they have to save the women and children if they're going to wipe out everybody else? Why should you save the women and children? Y'all heard that before? Protect the women and children? And why is that?
They do that on boats. Women and children. They do that when a boat is sinking. Women and children first. It's always been that way.
And why?
I have no clue.
Nobody know why?
I know.
Okay, you don't know why, but you heard it, huh? Did you agree with it before and not knowing that you didn't know why?
It wouldn't happen when I'm around. I know that. I'm jumping in the boat.
I'm getting out of there. Those ain't my children. Why do they say protect the women and children?
They say that because women are able to create life. And the men...
Create what?
The women, they can get pregnant, create life. They control life.
They can't create life.
But they're necessary to create life.
Only to carry the bread in the oven until it's done.
Yeah.
But if the man gone, who's gonna put the bread in the oven?
Well, men have always been disposable.
What?
Men have always been disposable.
Meaning what?
Meaning they die in war, they die doing
But why can't everybody die? If they're gonna die, why don't the women and children die too?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
It's a hard one to answer.
So does that make sense to put the women and children aside first? The same thing at the border. All these illegal aliens coming across the border, they're like, oh, let the women and children in. I'm like, what the? Okay, so you don't really know? I'm sorry?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can't influence the man. You can influence the kids, the women.
You say you can't or you can?
Well, when the man's gone, you can influence the woman and the children for the next generations to come. So if you're after money and power, this is the one thing you want to do, is get rid of the man and take over the women and children.
So that's why they say in a war, make sure the women and children are safe?
That's what my guess is.
Oh, you're not sure?
If I would be a warmongering dictator and I have a few countries to get on hold of, I would want the women and children.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Why do they say save the women and children, then kill the men?
Similar to what he just said, when you want to take over a nation, the weaker vessel, you keep them alive. And men being the stronger vessel, you want to eliminate them. Oh. Whereas if you view it just a number standpoint, 1 man and 7 women could recreate a whole nation. So if you let the weaker survive, it's easier to take control.
Oh,
if you let the weaker, where it should be opposite, the stronger should survive to prolong life, is the way that I look at it.
They always want to get rid of the man first in anything. It's like the welfare. In order for the mother to get welfare, you got to get rid of the man. And that says a lot, though. You guys may be right, because it is the weaker vessel they want to save as opposed to the stronger vessel. Interesting. That makes sense. Finally. Yes, Frankie.
So the weaker vessel you talk about, that's the future. They are the vulnerable. They are the weak. They're the defenseless. Typically, a man, if he's a standard masculine man, he's going to fight for truth and try to defend his family and or his neighbor's family against somebody trying to kill them. And the story of the Mossad in Masada, where the parents, they're under siege. The Romans were going to come and kill them. So the parents killed their own children, killed their wives, and then killed themselves rather than being taken and being enslaved. So that's one.
Amazing.
Parents killed their own
What
kids.
Joel had his hand. Yes, Joel.
I think people with a higher agenda, like who have like an intention to destroy, like those guys are talking about, I think they do it that way. Like they go for the weaker vessel. But I think for the average person, I think people in general just have an overvalue of women and children as like special, important, or like like a God figure almost, and they overvalue it. So the idea of losing women and children is like the worst thing that can happen because they're so precious, they're so special. So I think to the low, like to the people who are just living their daily life, they just have an overvalue of women and children. That's what I think, to me.
So that's what they did to the blacks. They, during the civil rights movement, they told the blacks, we're going to give y'all welfare and take care of you, but you got to get rid of the man and let's just save the women and children. And they did. Now the children are smashing and grabbing and robbing and raping and doing all kind of stuff. Had they been dead already, we wouldn't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? But they saved the children. Now look what price we got to deal with. What a mess, huh? It's a spiritual battle. Yes, Raymond.
My best guess is the idea of that in war to save the women and children simply because we were conditioned to act like that. That we in war, the men may defend the women and children, but we see that women and children as the future, and we can and to destroy them is to destroy the future. As they say, war takes
That doesn't even make sense, though.
Huh?
If you can, you can hear. I said, that doesn't make sense.
Well, you kill the men survival. To me, a survival, a man who's defend himself is so strength in the moment. But but when you talk about women and children, they show strength in hope for the future. So we were conditioned.
But when you say the women and children hoping the future get better, it only gets worse. Mm-hmm. It doesn't get better.
But that's what we were conditioned to think.
Yeah. Amazing. You're right about that. What a mess, huh? Yes, sir.
You know how you say the devil is the woman's god?
Right.
Not to offend anybody, but to try to keep that alive, isn't that perpetuating what you're saying the whole time?
Repeat that. You said not to offend anyone?
No, you know how you say the devil is a woman's god, correct?
Right.
By keeping that alive, isn't that keeping that alive, the devil in a woman alive? If I'm explaining that
By
properly.
saying that, isn't it keeping...
By keeping that alive, by saving the women first, isn't that keeping the spirit of the devil alive from the generation to pass on? So now if you eliminate the men, which we stand for God, it's easy for the devil to control society that way.
That's an interesting question. So I'm going to repeat the question. By saying that the devil is the woman's god, am I keeping that alive?
No.
No? What?
He's asking, by saving the women, are you keeping
Oh,
The spirit of the devil alive.
by saving the women.
By keeping the women alive. And
That's
now
why they want to keep the woman alive.
Because it's
They
all
wanna keep-
emotional almost. Like, hey, save the women and the children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's-
absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah.
Amazing. Yes, sir.
No, that's a good one.
Oh, okay. You're right. If you notice, that's why the emphasis of importance has been put on the woman, because evil works through the woman. It comes through the woman into the earth. And they know it, and so they want to keep the woman around so the devil can continue to work. That's why they're doing it. Absolutely. Amazing. Did you have your head about that? Okay.
I mean, I kind of never questioned it because I'm a woman, so I was like, I'm on board. But now that you're questioning it, I guess maybe it should be like families together, you know? They should have like maybe do that. But I think they do that because the guys are just like trying to protect them,
But
like in
na-
the Titanic.
Oh, you mean by protecting the women and children?
Yeah,
Oh.
the men are just like, okay, I'm gonna let you guys go, and then like I'll have it. And then also maybe I'm sure they're probably freaking out or something, you know?
Right, they're screaming and running and yelling. But nowadays, you need to save the man and put the woman at war because the men are weaker than the women. You need to save the man and let the woman go to war. Isn't that amazing? Did you know that Satan was the god of the woman?
No,
You didn't know that?
no. I
It-
heard it from you.
And when you first heard it, what was your first impression of a reaction?
Interesting.
And am I wrong?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
Yeah.
And
It's interesting.
why you're not sure?
I'm not sure why I'm not sure.
Are you married?
No, sir.
Have you ever dated?
Yes.
Have you seen the hell in every date you've had?
Yep.
Now you're still not sure?
A little. I'm a little more sure now.
You're more sure now?
Yeah.
All right. This your first time here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, what's your name? How did you hear about us?
My name's Wellington. I've been watching you guys from Canada.
Oh, you're from Canada?
Yep.
Amazing. What part?
Ontario.
Nice. The anchor baby. Where's the anchor baby? The anchor baby from Canada.
Yeah, I talked to him. He's not too far from where we're from.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's not too far from where you're from?
Yeah, he's about, I think, 6 hours south of where we're from.
Nice. Both of you from Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, well, welcome, man. Any
Thank you.
question about anything?
Not really. Just happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
All right. And what's your name? You from Canada as well?
Yeah, I'm his dad.
Oh, you're his father?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Do you put pressure on him?
No, he brought me here.
Oh, good. So you guys are close now?
Pardon?
Are you close, father, son? Are you tight?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Oh, tell your daddy what tight means. Y'all get along?
Oh, yeah, we get along very well.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Did he come and forgive you?
He didn't have to. He didn't need to.
Did he do it?
I don't think he needed to.
Oh,
do
okay.
that. Yeah.
And you're right, most adult children don't hate their fathers, and they hate their mothers, but not the fathers.
He hadn't had any need to come to me. He's
Right
right
on.
here. Yeah.
If he does it now, you're not going to want to go back to Canada on the same plane.
That's right. It's nice to be here. Thanks.
Well, welcome.